This weekly session focuses on the self-inquiry, the deepest part of the mind, the self. To live a peaceful life requires a thorough inquiry into ourselves. We can't rely on anyone else to point out the issue. It is only possible for one to see the issue clearly in oneself. This inquiry is not an entertainment, but a very serious journey of turning inward to really understand how degenerate the world is, the society is. To be able to see the problem, the mind must end its problem first, or else the mind is conditioned to it, therefore is incapable of seeing that clearly. To understand this society is not to read books, listen to other people's opinions, other researchers' ideas, views. They have no actual value at all. The society is not outside, but in here, the inside. The mental construct of the society is running in the head of each individual in the society. I can only find out by myself. How can I rely on anyone else to tell me? That's why this self-inquiry is a total understanding of the life, the total field of life. To see the disorder in oneself, the me, the self-concern, the individualistic thinking. The very seeing of the disorder in oneself is to see the force in life. The very seeing the force touches upon the truth of living a peaceful, joyful, and a meaningful life. The very way of clearing the disorder from me is to see the disorder in me clearly and gather all the energy to live a life without disorder. The truth of living is living in truth. Or else the truth becomes an idea. It can be pleasurable, but in many moments, it can be difficult to swallow. But idea is idea, which has nothing to do with the actuality. To come upon the truth, one has to live in truth. Truth is about the actuality. If one doesn't live in that way, one's life has nothing to do with truth. Even one can follow different gurus, listen to different lectures, practice different methods. But if one doesn't really behave in the living, truth is only an idea. It's meaningless. This self-inquiry is not about theory or idea. It's to find out whether I can really live with truth. Then my life is in truth. It's not an idea. It is the actuality. That's why this journey is always serious by its nature, because it concerns one's total living, how to live life properly. This demands one's full attention to observe and learn at each moment, observing the total movement of thoughts, And in that total observance, the mind transforms itself. Please do test it in your life.